All right, today we are going to be explaining the 4 different types of erosion. What are the 4 different agents of erosion? Seth?
Gravity, wind, ice, and water.
Okay, and let's get the terms of our earth science straight here. What is it called when it's breaking away the rock and wearing it down? Maddie? Weathering. And what is it called when it's actually carrying away that broken down rock to a new place? Erosion. Erosion is when it's carrying it away to a new spot. And then what is it called when it drops it off in a new spot? Adrian?
Deposition.
Deposition or deposition. And we're not going to call this dirt. What are we going to call it? Maddie?
Sediment.
Sediment. Sediment is what's getting carried away in erosion. So thank you guys very much. We're going to go ahead and start off by showing gravity. So if my helpers can come here for gravity. And we've got a bulldozer here that's going to be plowing through the side of the mountain to build a new road. So go ahead and show us that there, Courtney. Okay, and give it one more swipe there. And as we plowed through, we saw a lot of our sediment was coming down. This is gravity. And what type of mass movement was this, Valerie?
A landslide.
A landslide, okay. Let's go ahead and have our wind erosion group come next to explain this. All right, girls, go ahead and show us wind erosion. One more time. Okay, so what is the main way that wind causes erosion? What's that process called?
Deflation.
Deflation, where it's pushing along and it's all those bits of sediment are bouncing along. Thank you very much, girls. Next up, our ice group. Okay, when a glacier comes along, it freezes onto the sediment below it and it picks up all these rocks and chunks. What is that called when it picks up those rocks and chunks? Tal?
Plucking.
Plucking. And so then glaciers slowly move along the land. And as they slowly move across the land, they weigh so much, they gouge into the land. And what is that called? Casey?
Abrasion.
Abrasion is when it's rubbing up against it and leaving behind a gouge. Will you go ahead and show us abrasion here on this one? And that leaves behind different kinds of valleys. We also have deposition when it melts and when it leaves behind the sediment that it was carrying. Thank you guys very much. And finally, our water erosion group. Now here at the water erosion, we've got 2 different stations set up, okay? And our question is, which one is there going to be less erosion at? So what is our hypothesis? What is our hypothesis? Which one is there going to be less erosion at? Bridget? Okay, these toothpicks they're trying to represent the roots from different trees. Now they don't work like that perfect, so we'll see. But we've tried to make it so they're exactly the same type of soil, the same size. We're going to do exactly 400 milliliters of water on each of these. So we're going to do the same amount of water on these. And so what do we call the difference over here? What is this difference called where we put toothpicks in this one? Can anybody back there in the audience answer that one? Katie?
Variables.
The variable. Our variable is that we put toothpicks in this one. We kept everything else the same. So let's go ahead and watch as Robin pours them at the same rate. There we go. Okay. So, looking at them, it does look like there's a little less erosion that happened on this one. Thank you very much. And so we could see kind of how plants are very important in helping stop erosion. Now, what was all this water that didn't get soaked off and just kept going down the mountain called? Lauren? Runoff. Very good. And you saw how we've got erosion happening, we've got weathering happening, and we've also got deposition because our sediment has been moved to new places. This concludes our explanation of erosion. All right.